High-end ingredients often require special means to obtain. Another day of acquiring ingredients. Jack has been working left and right for half a day. Fresh ingredients arrived. Jack and divided the work and then packaged it as foreign pork to sell to the neighbors. Jack made a fortune with this gimmick, but the butcher store wasn't so popular at first. There were always a bunch of vegetarian punks coming to the store to throw paint. Both are selling meat. David next door is doing a great job. At the dinner table, David and his wife made fun of Jack. On the way home, Jack thought more and more angry. This is not the punk who smashed their store. Jack was angry at this kid. He braked the door pillar and then a backward force over the punk. After losing his temper, Jack was also frozen. What to do? Chop it up. So Jack and Annie just chopped up the meat. Little did we know that the next day the meat would be sold by Annie in an unlikely manner. Returning customers also praised the meat is fragrant and sweet, and then more and more repeat customers. Even the police in this area have fallen in love with the taste of this meat. The punk's meat was bought out little by little. Since the special pork sells so well, Jack decided to take the initiative. He saw a small fat guy pull out his pants pocket. Big guy followed this kid in. He didn't expect to take out the knife when the fat guy turned around. Jack first scared. You buy a knife? If not, I'll go first off. So Jack grabbed the door again. Annie felt that Jack was too timid. In order to stimulate Jack, Annie started her plan. Annie relied on her charm. A fresh, fast food meat soon fell into the trap in front of her husband. Her daughter-in-law did such a thing. Who can stand it? Jack rushed out and hit him over the head with an electric baton and a vase. But he wasn't satisfied. The two of them were about to deal with this guy. Daughter came back. What to do? There's a man lying behind the couch. Annie jumped on the couch and cleaned up. Jack dug his head into the fish tank to clean up the blood. All because they had just killed a man. The girl wants to go to her room. Hey! Don't go. Jack pushed and shoved his daughter out the door. The two of them scrambled to clean up the scene. The young man turned back into special pork. Jack pushed the scooter into the river to destroy the evidence. The bloodied clothes were removed. The couple slept until dawn. The meat was sold out in less than 2 hours. Once this thing gets off the ground, once you get a head start on this, you'll be able to do it again. Jack went on a hunting spree for vegetarians. Head-butting, knife-slashing, pouncing. Anyone who didn't eat meat became Jack's prize. The price of special pork skyrocketed, but the number of people who liked the taste grew. Jack also became picky in his selection. Not too thin, not the depressed ones, although it is a vegetarian diet, but the appearance and mood will affect the quality of meat. It is best to be the kind of person who does not have something growing underneath. Hey, I really met one such person. Annie pretended to let Danny pick up the goods. While he was looking in the trunk, Jack took out the knife he had in his pocket, just in time to hit Danny with a stick, and they got caught. Jack and Annie ran away. Oops, my chicken. Jack and Annie rushed to chase him. The result is that Danny had a heart attack, fell to the ground with his head. This is not to pick up a piece of excellent meat for nothing. Jack fried the best of the best into a steak for David and his family to try. The main purpose is to show people that his meat is now selling well. Who knows that David ate and choked his teeth. David spit out a piece of iron from the meat. This is not a pacemaker. Jack immediately panicked. Is he going to be exposed? But Annie did not panic and explained, my meat is 300 pounds. The pig must be well treated. If there are pigs with bad hearts, they should be equipped with a pacemaker? Although this is a profitable business, but the tip of the knife or licking the blood of life is not so easy to live. This day Jack was cutting meat. The police knocked on the door of the butcher store. Although this special pork makes the police love to eat, but to say that this is pork is really far-fetched. Add to that the recent disappearance of a large number of vegetarians. The police became suspicious of Jack must come in to see, and at this time, the plate stained with human blood is in the house. However, the dog came out with an arm in his mouth. Jack rushed to lie that it was a punk who broke into his store. Now he has nothing to talk about. Finally, the police were fooled. Looks like he's been watched. So, this special pork Jack no longer sell. Neighbors were dismayed to learn this news. Only these two men and one woman stared at Annie with a smile on their faces. These three are the same vegetarian punks who trashed his store before. Without saying a word, they tied Annie up. This is Jack walking his dog to the house. The dog scampered out and barked at the butcher's warehouse. Jack realized that Annie was in trouble. The bearded man in the lead accused Annie of the sin of selling meat. The cow is so cute. How can you eat it? He was about to put Annie to death. Jack came with a knife. The dog rushes up and bites the leg of one of the men. The girl next to him sees the situation and brings her knife to support him. Jack raises his knife and hits the girl. Jack is proud of when he was attacked. It looked like Jack was going to die in the hands of the mustache. Annie broke free from the rope to fight back, although Jack Annie saved his life. But because David and his wife gave the police a clue about the pacemaker, the pair of male and female butchers were finally caught. When the judge asked them if they had any regrets, Annie only said one thing: pacemaker.